What's going on, guys? Greek Freak here, and in this video we're going to be talking about Kawhi Leonard and him adding the 76ers to his team visits. Now, as far as what many people may think of this is not directly a major deal here, and many people are believing the fact that this is being added onto the list due to Kawhi Leonard's uncle, who lives near the area of the Philadelphia 76ers, and thinking the fact that that could be a good option. Now, grantably, him going there would be a great basketball fit in many ways, but as far as that, we also know that he's meeting with other teams as well, and those teams include, of course, the Toronto Raptors, the two teams in Los Angeles being the Clippers and Lakers, the two teams in New York being the Knicks and the Nets, and now adding the 76ers to the mix of those teams. So of course, when you hear the fact that you're going to meet that many teams, obviously just being added to that list is not a major thing to go into as far as that perspective. Now, of course, the major thing is going to be which team will he be going to, and really many people believe it's down to two teams, which would be the Toronto Raptors and the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, there's going to be multiple reasons for that. The Clippers do have the capability of getting 2 stars, and of course their ability of which they had being so good as far as just a deep type of team, a team that ended up losing Tobias Harris, their best player, and still making the playoffs in the Western Conference, is very interesting and very well done as far as their productivity coming off of the bench. And it puts them in a similar situation as what the Raptors have. Now, not only that, they have Jerry West there, who is very great at producing teams. We've seen it with Golden State. We've seen it with the Los Angeles Lakers. If you just don't have to see that. And immediately the year he's there, that this team overachieves in the Los Angeles Clippers, I think the fact that's not a coincidence there. And I think the fact that that's really the reason why that's the top part. Now, the major reason why he may stay in Toronto may be, of course, the fact of the money situation. Now, whenever he demanded for the trade, he lost out on $40 million as far as for the 5-year Supermax contract that he got with the San Antonio Spurs. And now if he does the same here, he will lose out on another $40 million, which would mean he would lose out on $80 million if he goes to another team. So when I see a team like the Los Angeles Clippers, the only reason that he would go to a team like that would be the fact that you have the Toronto, you would have all that money, and at least he would be able to be in a home situation around family, great weather that he does like, and in a situation, I just think the fact that that's more the less what he would do if he was to take less money. Now, of course, we've seen him also going to baseball games, and of course, he's getting nothing but standing ovations, chance to stay. And you have to wonder if he can actually walk away from something like that, especially with the extra money and all that. And I think the fact that playing for the one other country in the NBA, I think the fact that that helps out your legacy, it helps out your brand. Something that he also mentioned was going to be a part of his decision and why he wanted to go to Los Angeles. Now, the other reason why the Los Angeles Lakers is, once again, like I said in the previous video, Anthony Davis has to decline his trading bonus. So that's going to be the main reason there. But of course, with the 76ers being added to here, of course, I think the fact that this is very interesting is in a what if scenario. Now, of course, what would happen here would be basically him replacing Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris in this situation, as them getting a newer player that was not added to this team. They don't have sort of the bird rights to them, so they cannot offer them at least the super maxes and the maxes that they can offer to Tobias Harris and to Jimmy Butler, but they can of course acquire that max to Kawhi Leonard, which would still allow them, of course, with Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and Kawhi Leonard being their, of course, big three as far as the core. Now, they would have to let go of Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris. Now, this is a major thing. I don't believe the fact even the 76ers are going to strongly pursue unless Kawhi just confirms right then and there. Now, the major reason is, of course, once again, there are 2 free agents, Tobias Harris and Jimmy Butler. They say they would like to sign both of them, but it is reported that both of them do not want to play with each other. It's going to be a choose him over me type of situation. And whenever you hear that, of course, I think you had to pick Jimmy Butler over Tobias Harris if you could choose between the two. And whenever you do have these types of free agents, you want to be able to not offend somebody by not giving them an offer and trying to wait off because you want to see if you can get Kawhi or something. That I think would be a little bit strange as far as that would go. Now, when Kawhi Leonard and Kevin Durant choose to make their decisions is going to, of course, determine whenever a lot of people are going to go out there and do their thing. But the one thing that the 76ers need to remember is the fact that Tobias Harris and Jimmy Butler are going to be given offers from other teams, and you don't want to really ruin that situation there. So I think the fact if you can maintain one of those players, I would try to maintain with a Jimmy Butler, and Philadelphia stays around the same with what they're doing. I like how they're building up their team, and I think they're a team that could be easily on the rise. And for Kawhi Leonard, a personal opinion, I think the fact that he stays in Toronto just due to the fact that it's more money, it's a better situation as far as the depth, and I think the fact it competes for a championship. But guys, what team do you think that Kawhi Leonard will end up on? Tell me in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you guys leave a like and subscribe to Kawhi with a great comment today. And as always, this is Sparta.